Madiha Madda, pronounced by my parents as Madiha Madda. I'm a Muslim, I'm Canadian, and I'm a storyteller. The Silk Road was renowned for its flow of not only goods, but also culture, tradition, ideas, and languages. And isn't art stories a way to do just that? I wanted to create a space that would allow us to come together to learn about the past, reflect on the present, and build together a future. These values of connecting, reflecting, practicing gratitude, and leaving things better than I found them are central to my identity as a Muslim and as a Canadian. And I'm sure that many of you feel the same. Canada is the only home that I have ever known. My father immigrated here 51 years ago from South Asia, and with him he brought his faith. For him, and for many Muslims, Islam is not just a religion, it's a deen, which means a way of life. I understood from an early age that Islam didn't just belong to one group of people, and that there was no one way to be Muslim. Being Muslim in Canada gave me the freedom to learn this faith on my own terms and at my own pace, and make a conscious choice and commitment to practice it. And while I am grateful to live here as a Canadian Muslim, I am humbled to acknowledge that I am the child of settlers. In Canada, between 2016 and 2021, more Muslims were killed in targeted hate attacks due to Islamophobia than any other G7 nation. Sometimes you don't know how deeply something affects you. So while it's disturbing and disheartening, research tells us that Islamophobia, like any kind of abuse, continues to grow in silence. So we are here today to challenge and celebrate the Islamic heritage through storytelling.
In the heart of Alberta, where vast skies meet the prairies, a tapestry of stories began to weave together. It begins with the establishment of the Al Rashid Mosque on December 12, 1938, of new journeys that would resonate through the land. Among them was Afali Abu Chadi, a man whose journey was as remarkable as the dreams he chased. Ali, born in Lebanon in 1892, arrived to Canada as a penniless 12-year-old boy in 1905. Life was full of struggles, yet his spirit was unbreakable. As the 1950s approached, the desire for more and more places of worship grew stronger within the community. Larry Shabin, a man born in the small town of Hana in 1935. Larry was the first Muslim cabinet minister of Canada from 1979 to 1982. He carried the aspirations of many, breaking barriers and opening doors for future generations. These stories, filled with struggle and rich with triumph, are the threads that bind the Muslim community together. I work hard to translate the values I learned in the mosque, such as respect, integrity, and honesty, outside of the mosque as well, and be conscious of my actions. However, there are some days when, no matter how hard I try or how proud I am of my identity, I will never be enough. Or someone will remind me that I'm different, or that they belong to the us category and I am them. Incidents like the time when I was at my friend's house for a backyard party, and her neighbor told us that we're in Canada now, even though we were all born here, or that we don't have to wear that thing here. Or the time when I was standing in front of my school and a group of boys from behind me yelled, "We hate Muslims." Incidents like this continue to haunt haunt me and make me feel unsafe in the city that I call home. But although these statements affect me personally, I try my best to persevere and remind myself what my true purpose in life is. Attending events like today's reassure me and remind me that not everyone is like that, and that majority of the people I have met throughout my life have shown me nothing but kindness. My parents' struggle and how they made Canada their home serves as an inspiration to my siblings and I to work hard for the country we call home, to be proud of our identity, and to be proud of the stories that were created to shape it.
Sheikh Darwish is a simple man who has a store in a famous souk, Al-Attarin. I asked, is there anyone here has not heard about this famous souk, Al-Attarin? For sure, some people they don't know.
Well, I will tell you. The Souk al-Attarin is a roofed market located in Old Jerusalem between the butcher's market and the jewelry market. Now its roof has many windows, allowing sunlight to stream through and dance upon the various goods for sale.
يا مرايتي يا مرايتي حلاوة قمرة ولا حلاوتي يا مرايتي يا مرايتي.
One day, as Qamara was cleaning the house, she lit some bahur, and then she reached for her mirror, a crack running down its center, and she looked into it and she asked, "Mirror, mirror, in my hand, who is the most beautiful in this land?"
There is no girl more beautiful than قمرة. شوف عريف جنة، وخصوصي انه قمرة كبرت وصارت صبية وكل يوم بيزيد جمالها عن يوم، فصارت تشكي لأبوها يا شيخ درويش بنتك عملت.
Qamara walked a far distance, crossing rivers and seas, until she arrived in a forest. And in the middle of that forest stood a majestic castle. Unable to resist, Qamara walked into the castle. And what did she find? A long table set with 40 chairs, 40 plates, 40 spoons, 40 bowls, and 40 pieces of bread.
مين أحلى وحدي بالقدس كلها؟ ببلاد الشام والعالم العربي، من بغداد لتطواني، من بيروت للقدس، ومن القدس للشام لدمشق للعالم كله. The next day, عريفي started to ask the mirror, mirror, in my hand, who is the most beautiful in all this land, in all of Jerusalem? And the mirror answered, no one is more beautiful than Qamara or Yasmina.
And as Qamara grew closer, Arifi poked that poison hairpin into the side of Qamara's head.
صلوا على محمد محروس العين وغالية وهي وشن كرالي شن كرالي الله يعين وهالليل شن كرالي شن كرالي الله يعين وهالليل.
Welcome to Storytelling with Amna Berkey, and I'm joining you from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Treaty 1 territory for this occasion. This is a story from the 13th century. Long time ago, Mullah Nasruddin worked as an imam or a preacher of a small local community near the city of Bukhara. And he was content, he was happy meeting the needs of his local community. The next day, instead of going to work, Hoja took his small grey donkey and he rode the streets of his small town near the city of Bukhara. And he kept thinking, what could I do? What could I do to solve this problem? And he put a large banner that she had written, Seller of Wisdom on. And he started yelling out, Seller of Wisdom, come and buy your wisdom from me. Seller of Wisdom, everyone, come, welcome. Well, Hoja had no luck selling wisdom. But one day, the great Tamerlane, or Amir Taimur, was on his way to the city of Bukhara, and he stopped in the town of Nasruddin. And when he saw Nasruddin selling wisdom, he came to him and he said, Nasruddin, what's going on? And Nasruddin said, I am now a merchant. I am a seller of wisdom. Would you like to buy some? Tamerlane just tossed a coin towards him. Hoja presented him with that earthenware. Tamerlane plunged his hand in and drew out a scroll, and he opened it. But Tamerlane was smiling, and he said, Hoja, Nasruddin, because of you, I am still alive, because of the wisdom that you're passing along to people. I want you to take this gold, and you will never ever charge for wisdom, because no one should buy wisdom.